Our weather constantly changes. During a severe weather situation, we seek shelter. But what about the zoo animals? I'm at the Detroit Zoo to find out. Our friend Tammy at the Detroit Zoo explains the importance of knowing the local daily weather forecast.
In general, zookeepers check the weather often. We have weather apps on our phones. We look at the forecast at night and in the morning because it really does matter what the temperatures are for what animals are access to their habitats or what kind of day in general we're going to have. Whether we turn on misters or provide a heater for the animals, it really depends on the forecast. So when zookeepers arrive in the morning, they check the weather and make sure that the parameters are right for each species because they all have different parameters and they all have different needs.
Depending on the severity of the storm's threat, workers at the Detroit Zoo will adjust accordingly.
So say the meteorologists have said, today there are going to be severe storms in your area. It's a high probability. Then we would prepare by accessing animals to indoor habitats. If it was a severe storm warning, we might even lock them inside. For example, we would open the door, the chimpanzees would come inside, and we would shut the door until the threat of the storm was over. If it was something more uncertain, more mild, we might just give them a choice. Because frankly, animals are very adaptable and very smart, so they would make good choices if that makes any sense. An aardvark would go under a tunnel, or a giraffe would go in the barn and kind of wait the storm out. It just depends on the species, but most animals are into self-preservation and making sure that they're safe, and they do make good choices.
Now, say a storm does pass through the area. Staff will check the facility to make sure everything is in a safe condition.
The zookeepers will go out and check the safety of the area. Did a limb fall? Did a moat, drain get clogged and then water rose in the moat, causing, a way to get across it? Those kinds of things maybe a guest wouldn't think about, but we do check all of those things. We check for safety. We make sure, is the habitat okay? Is there a big mud pit that a giraffe could slip in? Something like that. And we fix it. We call landscape if we need them to chainsaw a log for us or something. And then we get everyone out as quickly as possible. And they usually are pretty fast, and we get everything squared away pretty quickly.
With our varying weather patterns here in Michigan, knowing the weather is very important.
We appreciate people that forecast weather, and we like learning about it because it really does matter so much to the animals' care. They're all individual animals, and we here at the Detroit Zoo meet the needs of every animal.
Being in severe weather season, it's always best to have a plan, whether you're in public, like the Detroit Zoo, or at home. I'm meteorologist Kylie Miller.